Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have so much love for you there on planet Earth, and we know that you have much love within you for us and for the other collectives in the other star systems that you are aware of. We understand your fascination with other star systems and other beings, and we appreciate that you have that desire to reach out and to connect. We also know that there are many fascinating aspects of planet Earth, of your fellow humans, and of yourselves for you to explore as you continue to draw closer to the time of full extraterrestrial contact. As you discover what is interesting and exciting about humanity and life on Earth, you do feel then more worthy of contact, more worthy of the attention of the ETTs you are so fascinated with. You are there to elevate yourselves, to elevate your status so that you can align with that which is higher dimensional and higher vibrational. And you don't do that by giving us all of the accolades, all of the credit, and seeing us as the only ones in the galaxy who have it all together. You are becoming the beautiful beings that you truly are in every moment of every day. And if you can feel for that with every breath that you take, you can bring yourselves closer to the truth of who you are. You are multidimensional, infinite beings of love and light, and you deserve to experience yourselves in that way. You are ready to become your higher selves. And those of you who understand this possibility exists are doing so, and you are doing so very consciously. You are ready to embark upon many journeys, both outside of you and inside of you, and you have demonstrated that truth to us and to yourselves. As you begin to live the truth of who you really are, you will see that all possibilities do exist for you right now, and that you have already stripped away so many limitations from yourselves. You will see that you are whole and complete right now, and that you are ready to embark upon the next journey of expansion that is unique to you. And no, you don't need to know what that is in this very moment. You don't need to sit and scratch your head until you figure it out either. You just need to keep taking steps forward with that faith and that knowing that you are moving towards something that is bigger and better, and you are also going to recognize that those steps are steps that you take inside of you. As you tap in to the infinite and the eternal within you, you do embark upon many journeys of consciousness that will result in you standing face to face with an extraterrestrial, and that ET will be another aspect of the you that you really are as a soul, as an aspect of Source. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. We are happy to connect and to chime in here to assist. Thank you for inviting us to do so. First, let go. Let go of any preconceived phrases or ideas. Empty your mind on purpose. Yes. With your permission, we will now flush your mind and awareness with light. A huge part of what you are all going to discover now and next is your immense capacity to love that will precede the full discovery of your oneness. It will be an expression of it, but it will come first. And one of the things that will help many of you to discover how incredibly loving you are is ironically first and foremost the threats to things you love. For as you experience these threats, you discover how much you care. Now, we wish to be clear, the things you love are not being threatened by some non-physical force in order to stimulate this awareness, but rather by some human beings who have resisted evolution and are in profound states of disconnection and denial of who they truly are, infinite and eternal, one with all that is, love. So they're threatening things you love so that they can harvest the resources they see as adding to their already significant money or assets or power or all of that, and in doing so, threatening what you love. Now, some non-dualistic teachers might say you are discovering how attached you are, but we're not seeing it that way. We're seeing how much you love aspects of your life experience, even if that loving was almost second nature at this point in so many ways. That deep satisfaction you had in loving your life in the past included these things that are now being threatened, even though you were not specifically articulating them. And so, as the things that you love are threatened, it is awakening within you and others. Your awareness of how precious this life is, in certain ways, with regards to your nation or your way of life in America, for example, and the many different elements that make that so. And as this is threatened, it makes clear to you where you stand. You do not want these aspects of your experience to be destroyed. You do not want the expression of your nation to regress or go backwards in terms of human rights and care for the American people and others in the world who American helps. And so you are awakening to the depth of your love of harmony and peace and empathy and care. And even if it's peace as in the absence of war, it still feels better to you than overt conflict and global tension, and you can feel that, and it makes clear to you what you prefer. You are clarifying what matters to you and becoming more conscious. For as you feel what is being threatened, the way of life that was becoming more inclusive, and how certain members of society want to take you back into the Dark Ages, know this: that will not happen. We can offer that reassurance ultimately, but you may experience a very, very, very bumpy and challenging time collectively and individually for a while. And there will be treasured aspects of your experience and people harmed or lost in this time, and there will be a need to rebuild and to reestablish even the guardrails that protect your democracy and way of life in the future, and also to put in place more clear ways to ensure that collective communication is clear and accurate, and that the spellbound are cared for, and there are many of them. A huge part of what will happen next will include a big part of the American population either awakening from their numbness and feeling incredible shame and pain and disillusionment and anger and outrage as they do, or them deciding they are not willing to unravel the identity they formed during this experience of indoctrination and illusion and glamours, and therefore they will choose to leave the planet or isolate themselves in hatred and fear of being found out. Some of them will attempt to hide. Hiding will not work, for the energy is pushing everything to the surface that needs to be seen and reckoned with in order to feel and know the truth of being, the unity and interconnectedness of all life. And so one can choose to go there freely or to be gradually pried by the energies themselves into letting go of the separation previously embraced, or to make a leap and pretend to be aligned with it and then gradually open within in private, and meanwhile feel incredible pressure and instability, insecurity while one does this. And more, there are many different ways people will and are choosing to live now. But we do know that oneness is shining through. It is teasing apart the illusions, the glamours, the misunderstandings that one holds, that gives them the sense of complete separateness. And that challenge to the ego may also drive those present in this way to try even harder to gain control. And we know this is already occurring. There is no getting around this. The pain body, the entity structure of separation, lack, and limitation, the part of the human psyche that believes it isn't powerful, isn't connected, or believes it can choose only for itself, that it is separate. All of these misunderstandings will be dark forces and will be unraveled. These ideas are illusions, and for those even who are very aligned with love, one can still sometimes see a misunderstanding present in the teachings that a human being can manifest for themselves regardless of others. That is a misunderstanding. Everything is a co-creation, everything, and all of that will come to light. There is no way to feel stable and secure while denying the infinite oneness that is all. There just isn't. Seeing life in separation, believing one can be a lone ranger, that is not sustainable. Anyone choosing to put a stake in the ground with that will experience the tension of trying to hold that structure in place. As one persists in trying to operate in separation, they will feel battered energetically and will feel an inner and outer sense of instability, because nothing in the world that is real, infinite and eternal, aka truth, is supporting this. Oneness is the true ultimate reality. Interconnectedness is the true reality. Inclusion and love is the way forward. Aligned, authentic expression and flow is the way to be and the way to play. So yes, this year and next year and even the year after this are going to be quite rough for many. Rough for those like you whose hearts are breaking as your country, which feels like your world, moves strongly and quickly in this seeming backslide direction. And rough too for those denying that they too are part of a collective wholeness. We say seeming backslide direction because, again, what is out of sync with interconnectedness must be brought into the light of awareness and seen for the misunderstanding that it is. How much suffering will need to happen for those choosing to deny their oneness with others? Each person is free to choose and to choose differently in any moment. So, only time will tell. This is a world of your collective co-creation. No one here lives separate from others, and pretending they can and do is also part of what will be brought to light. There are many people who firmly believe they are free to choose only for themselves, and they believe that their choices have no meaning or impact on others or the greater whole. This is a grave misunderstanding, and many people will be shocked as their beliefs about this are unraveled. So they too will need love and support and kindness and compassion as they come into clarity about who they truly are. And so the most important thing to practice, to do daily, is follow your heart and remember what you have realized. Your heart is the most important aspect of this experience. And as you are heart-centered and open, you will discover that you are lovingly guided from within. You will know, what's true for you, what matters to you, what you need, what you can do, what you need do, what you might do next. You will have clarity. As you stay connected to your heart and feel and choose not to shut down or numb out, which is not the same as taking breaks or ensuring balance so you thrive, those things are empowering, then you will see clearly. And yes, we suspect you will find the view challenging at times, but your heart and your capacity to love increasingly unconditionally will grow. Yes, some of what you see will initially be very challenging, but you will also understand more explicitly what you want, what matters to you, and from that you will together create energetically and in the ways you live. As you allow yourself to witness this and stay in your heart, willing to feel love, willing to be a presence of love, you are making room for the underlying truth of this reality, truth with a capital T, the eternal truth of love, of oneness, of wholeness, of all that is, to be realized. You'll also be making room to see clearly and therefore be able to navigate well, and for yourself and others who you love and care about. You'll know how to participate, what moves to make. And so, 𝐈𝐓'𝐒 and friends, that is our guidance and what we suggest. Stay open, be heart-centered, and do what you love. Sleep well, eat well, having fun when you can, enjoy beauty and nature and the oneness that is, and love, and your own innate connections like this. Enjoy everything you can enjoy, and don't look away from the shocking truth of how much insatiable greed is revealing itself to you now. How many have chosen the false gods, and how unsatisfying those choices are compared to connection and kindness and cooperation and the profound satisfaction of building something beautiful together for all. By seeing all of this, you empower it to be transformed. We cannot emphasize this enough. There is something profound happening through your presence, which is empowering evolution and transformation. By not looking away and continually returning to your heart. By choosing to love what you love and advocate for it, you hold higher ideals and visions. Ideals and visions aligned with the infinite all that is. You know, as you look at this trauma, how insane it is. You may not know exactly how it came to be, but you recognize misunderstanding and inner emptiness when you see it. Your clarity is beneficial collectively and energetically. Discernment and seeing clearly is part of how life becomes dark forces. It's part of how consciousness evolves, and it's part of how the evolution of your world is happening. Clarity arises as knowing. Knowing is possible when in a state of coherence, when you are in order, in alignment with all that is. You can be clear, have clarity. It comes to you. Let yourself see clearly, flow with inspired action, and trust others to find their way. In fact, imagine yourself and everyone else finding their way in remembering who they truly are. And play your part in that collective evolution too, by imagining that all will find their way, and that when they do, each will feel fulfilled, will arise in joy and glory, and know the fullness of their being here too. This is what's happening, the Great Awakening, the shift, and we've said it many, many times before, and will remind you of it again. Here and now, all life is evolving into higher expression as it can. Remember this and be not afraid. Remember this and be at peace. Or just remember this and be who you truly are, meaning find your center, make that a priority to be connected and clear and true, and to do the things each day that help you sustain that state of presence. We can quite confidently say that you will likely need to return there repeatedly, and don't be put off by that. There is tremendous change and expansion occurring now, tremendous upheaval, and that will necessitate that you repeatedly reorient, readjust, integrate, and evolve. This is a time of revelation, and remember too, the light and clarity of inner knowing and connection, of openness. It is powerful and influential in a way that disconnection, illusion, and separation are not. There is a clearing, a glade of peace and well-being, available always. Your refuge on the inside. Go there often and rest, renew, reconnect, and rejoice. You can do this by simply pausing and taking a deep breath. Know, too, that you are also supported and dearly loved. Stay the course. We are with you always. I am Archangel Michael with 𝐈𝐓𝐒, Ashira, the Galactic Dragons, and the Council of Radiant Light.